What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today talking about more Madden 23. The ratings are officially out this week. We've seen the first of the 99 club being Devonte. Oh, man. And obviously, they're on to the edge rushers now. And, you know, I'm a little late with the wide receivers, but I honestly didn't think I was going to even upload anything on the ratings. And I decided to, as I feel like there is stuff to talk about. And more importantly, if I don't decide to upload another video on the ratings until the next Madden actually releases, I could still kind of use this as like a probe, or hey, you can sit down, relax. It's not that kind of probe. Kind of see, you know, what team you guys think we should be for Madden franchise. If I lived in the perfect world where I was the only Madden content creator, hands down, number one, it would be the Texans, without an absolute doubt. I just think they have so many needs that they need to fill. It's a pretty tough division. It's not the easiest. It's a division. But, yeah, they have a lot that they need to work on. And ultimately, I think some of their rookies are going to be rated a little lower. And I think their devs aren't going to be crazy high. I mean, Derek Stingley could be star dev even. And, you know, that would make him a little bit tougher to work with, and some injury concerns perhaps. But I don't know. I'm thinking right now the Texans, the Seahawks, and then the Giants. Even though our Nighthawks franchise is based on the Giants, it isn't the actual Giants roster. It's not the actual league roster, so it would be different even if it's some of the same teams. Also, the Commanders are going to look different, so you would at least have the Giants and the Commanders looking different. You would just see the Cowboys and the Eagles again. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And maybe middle of this video, we'll actually look at, you know, kind of talk about some of the teams there as well. So maybe not the exact video we're going to do this fully in, but, you know, just throwing that out there while looking at some of the ratings. Obviously, Devonte Adams, the wide receiver one, the 1A wide receiver, once again, Cooper Kupp, is getting mad disrespected out here as people are kind of talking about, like, clearly Devonte. It's like, there is no clearly Devonte Adams is better than Kupp. He is better, but it's not obvious. It's not easily. I'm hearing the words easily or obviously or clearly. That's not the case. He's not clearly or obviously better. He's just slightly better. I know Cooper Kupp put up that amazing season, but stats don't always tell the full tale of the tape. Devonte is the pure better wide receiver, and as a Packers fan, that really hurts to say because we let him go. But looking at some of the ratings, I will say in Madden, though, Cooper Kupp kind of sucks. You know, no jumping, not that it matters. Of course, his speed's a bit slower. Are the route running, you know, other routes on Next Gen actually going to be proper? Because, you know, last Next Gen, which is weird to say, not the greatest, right? Really not the greatest route running. So, I mean, if you got a guy that's pure route running like Devonte and Cooper, I mean, look at the release difference, Jesus. You know, it's got to actually matter. Also, there's the ratings. I was missing them. Glad that it goes on two different pages. The catching difference. 11 spec, 11 catch in traffic. One better short route for Cooper Kupp. One better medium route. One worse deep route. That is kind of shocking. I mean, Devonte in-game is way better than one overall than Kupp. I don't know if the awareness is something that's like... I don't know how this is one overall difference. Devonte is, like, way better. It's not even close. Of course, in the game. I mean, obviously, we were just talking about that. Obviously, that's what I would mean. Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs. I feel like Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs should probably be a little faster here. If you've got Mike Evans at 90 speed, these two should be, like, 93 speed minimum. DeAndre Hopkins, I still think, is a little overrated, especially after being considered a cheater, if you will. Keenan Allen, obviously pretty good overall. Terry McLaurin, playing with a bad quarterback. Amari Cooper, I know there's been a lot of, you know, hate with Amari Cooper at number 10. He is really good at route running. Like, that's one thing you got to get. Like, it's his catching that's kind of the big issue in real life. Let's actually see what some of those ratings look like. Catching, 95 catching. Catching traffic maybe is bad. I feel like he drops a lot of passes. Am I wrong in thinking that? What about the route running? Where's my route running? So, catching traffic is 88, 90 spec catch, 90, 91, 90 for the route runnings, 90 release. I mean, he's a pretty good player. Looking at the next tab, I know a lot of people were talking about the Jamar Chase thing. I don't think 87 is the worst rating for him, but I probably think I would switch him and Cooper, if I'm going to be honest. DK Metcalf with that 97 spec catch. That is not speed. I was about to say speed, though, 95 speed, 90 for Excel catching. I mean, he's a really good player, too. Chris Godwin, I still feel, is slightly faster than Mike Evans. He just doesn't run in a straight line as often, if you will. But Jamar Chase, obviously great. Brandon Cooks, always great no matter where he goes. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we needed to see. Like, nothing really more than that. I'm going to keep going until I actually see a Packers receiver. Hunter Renfrew, let's see what that route running is, actually. Hunter Renfrew is obviously a freak route runner. So Hunter Renfrew, 92 short, 85 medium, 79 deep. I mean, even then, I kind of feel like underrated. 65 release. What am I going to do with that? You know, like, I get he doesn't get off the line that quick, but like, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, I'm just saying. Go back to the overalls and just do this. Calvin Ridley still a decent overall. Marquise Brown. Trying to see if there's any like freaky special names. Jarvis Landry 83 overall. T. Higgins 83. A bit better this year, it seems. Devontae Parker at 82 overall. Robbie Anderson 82. Jerry Jeudy at 82. A-Rob at 82. Not really seeing anything special here yet. Kenny Golladay is an 81 overall. AJ Green, I feel, is still a little too high here. Gabriel Davis at 80 makes sense. And we have still not seen a Packers receiver. We've seen a Bears one. The two worst wide receiving groups in the league. Hey, Sammy Watkins, the GOAT. How are you doing? Of course, Kadarius Toney, I'm kind of curious. Not that it seems to matter on next gen too much, but I'm curious what that juke move look like. Where is juke move? Kadarius Toney 93. I think 99. I'm just going to be factually honest with you. He's a freak. But let's try to find a couple of gems if we can and look at speed. Yeah, clearly I want to be on the 7th page. Number 1 speed, Tyreek Hill 99. Jamison Williams at 98. Quez at 98. Jalen 97. Where's there's Calvin Austin. Where's what's his name? Where's the Patriots guy? Tyquan Thornton at 95. Didn't he run like record breaking or very close? Am I wrong? I feel like maybe I'm wrong. But okay, that's interesting. What else do I want to see? I want to see jumping. That's always an interesting rating to look at. DeAndre Hopkins with 99 jumping. Okay, what about after the drugs are out of his system? Chris Conley with 97. Devonte 97. Mike Evans 97. Brandon Ayuk very high. Same with Chase Claypool. Drake London. We should actually probably look at the rookies if we can. I don't know if there's actually a tab for that. Oops. Who's got the highest trucking at wide receiver? That's a tight end. Damn it. Deebo Samuel at 82. He could be a ton of fun in the game. Injury. What about like juke ability, other stuff? Yeah, I mean, Deebo's kind of fun. Chenault, DK Metcalf. See, that's why I worry a little bit about going with a team like the Seahawks. Sure, they're pretty awful across the board, but they may have a superstar lineman. They're going to have maybe the best Madden receiver in the game in DK Metcalf, and Noah Fant is a freakishly fast tight end. So I'm a little worried about those aspects being maybe too good, but I mean, at that point, almost every team has a good player. Then if the Seahawks are pretty depleted at this point in real life. Treylon Burks is kind of fun. I don't know if there's anything else. I want to see run block, actually. Not that it really matters, but I'm curious to see if Alan Lazard is on this list, because he's been constantly rated poorly as a run blocker. And the highest run blocker is 65 for Cooper Kupp, with Alan Lazard all the way at 60. Okay. He's like right next to Darnell Mooney, with the size differences being massive. So as usual, they continue to forget about that rating, it seems. Copy and paste, anyone? Now, I'm sure I missed some big wide receiver names that are rookies, but I kind of just went off the top of my head to think of the teams that I think have some of the best or most prominent named rookie wide receivers. So I went with that. The highest one so far being Jamison Williams at a 78 overall, which is just straight up busted, dude. He's going to be such a freak in the game. It's unbelievable. What's the injury looking like, though? 91 injury, 80 stamina is kind of rough, but 86 toughness. I mean, he's just a burner. He's literally young Tyreek. Like, it's just kind of busted, but at the same time, it's pretty well deserved. Also, who the hell is this? Do they mean Deontay Harris? Deontay Hardy. I've heard of people getting like a first name change, but a last name. Oh, it is his name. They know more than me. I apologize. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I apologize. And you guys try to call it a copy and paste game. Look at them knowing things. Chris Olave, 93 speed, 95 excel. I think that's pretty fair. I mean, there's not going to be really anything too crazy, in these ratings. Like it's going to be tough to find anything like insane. So I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Garrett Wilson, it's pretty much going to be the same type of player as well. What else do we have? MVS, 95 speed. He's not a rookie, but I feel like they've always underrated his speed in the game. 88 for Drake London, 92 excel. Could switch those, it'd be great, but obviously that is fair. I'd say 89 speed, but, we're arguing pretty much nothing. Catching, Jahan Dotson with 84. What about, like, the jumping? Drake London at 95. Break tackle at 82. Trucking in at 72. Could be fun because he won't be busted. I think the Falcons would also be on my list, obviously. So, I mean, there's options, but I did a Falcons franchise, but it has been a while, so, I mean, I feel like we can definitely get away with that. George Pickens, once again, we're not really seeing anything crazy. We're kind of just looking for speed at this point. Treylon Burks, 89 speed. I feel like that's pretty fair. Sky Moore at 89 speed, though. We're looking at speed, right? Wow, that's a little surprising. I thought maybe 91, to be honest. Christian Watson at 93 speed, 94 excel, which is just a little too low, but I think it's close enough. Catching at 77, I feel like it's going to drop after the season starts. But, yeah, he's going to be one of those guys that you definitely look at as kind of a steal in the game. 6'4", that kind of speed. Actually decent for the route running as well. Release is a little iffy, but actually pretty good. Diami Brown, none of those guys. Calvin Austin, super speeder. And, yeah, as far as that goes, he's not really seen too many higher name, rookies. Let's move on to tight ends. Not going to spend too much time here, just going to kind of glance over. But Darren Waller, fast as usual. Mark Andrews, a little slower than I would have thought. Kittle at 88 speed. That's got to be a bump for him, right? Kyle Pitts, 91 speed, 93 excel. The tight ends looking a little slow there, obviously. Some ratings. Hawkinson's a bit higher than I would have expected, to be honest. Dawson Knox is still really good in the game. Tanyan's an 80 despite like barely playing last year. Evan Ingram, 88 speed. Noah Fant, like I said, that speed, man, it's going to be a problem because he's going to be so good. 94 catching as well. I know catching is usually high on tight ends anyways, but that's kind of busted, right? Like he's kind of too good already. But Cole Kmet, 75 overall seems a little low for Cole Kmet, but as a Packers fan, I'm not going to argue it. Trey McBride, super fast, 87 speed, 90 excel. And I'm trying to think of any other, like there was some average tight ends, but I think pretty much everyone else is going to be pretty, standard. Jelani Woods, obviously, he's a tall tight end, but 85 speed, 87 excels, not insane. Like I said, Ruckert, 82 speed, nothing really crazy there. Cade Otton, 81 speed, and that's pretty much the tameness of that. I think we're going to go on to the edge rushers next, and not really see a ton there, but the edge rushers are a little controversial at times, so we'll see. Maybe there'll be something crazy in there. All right, so now we have the edge defenders with the top. It's weird because the way they were kind of shown as like the top like linebackers, but if you actually add it all together, you have some guys that are also like kind of coverage, right? Like Darius Leonard. But Rashawn Gary getting some love, which I like to see. They have Roquan as an outside linebacker here, which, I guess that's extra ratings. Micah Parsons is an 88 overall, which, he had a really crazy season. Probably should just be in the 90s, but, EA and their chilling of, first-year players going into their second year, but 88's still pretty crazy. Brian Burns, a guy that is good, but vastly overrated. The man is like every list. It's like he's borderline top 5 as an edge rusher, and he's good. He's just not that good. And the fact that he's an 86 is pretty nice. I'm a little surprised though. I know Rashawn, like as a Packers fan, it's hard to talk about it without sounding biased, but I'm a little surprised Rashawn Gary's still this high. As once again, it kind of was like a 1-year situation, but he was really just that good. His win rate in pressures was just insane, and of course, his numbers, sack totals weren't like crazy high, but obviously it's about the pressures more than anything. And winning double teams and whatnot. Of course, Packers didn't have Zadarius Smith all last season, and really, Preston was pretty decent, actually. He actually stepped it up pretty nicely, but he was really the biggest threat by far for, the offensive line. So, Max Crosby, I think, honestly, is a bit disrespected here, 87. I'd say he's like right there with Rashawn Gary, so 88, maybe 89, but 87, I guess maybe it's not that terrible, to be fair. Danielle Hunter at 88, fair enough. What about I kind of like glanced over this, but TJ Watt, 96. They constantly rate him around that, which, I guess, it's tough, right? But Khalil Mack, 92. Fair enough. Nick Bosa, 94. Von Miller, 92. Joey Bosa at 91. DeMarcus Lawrence has constantly been such a high overall in the game. It's crazy. Chase Young, 86. Fair enough. Zadarius, 86. I still think Zadarius is a great player. It's just, will he be healthy? That's the biggest issue for him at this point. Trey Hendrickson was actually a pretty good signing for Cincinnati. It was always like, oh, it's, the Saints, Cameron Jordan. It made him better, which, you can't really argue it, but, he's going to fall off, but he played just as well pretty much. So, what else do we have? Melvin Ingram, I didn't even know he was a Dolphin, to be honest with you. What else? Robert Quinn, 83. And a lot of people are going to look at those sack numbers and be like, Robert Quinn, 83, that's such a scam. It's like, relax. He's a good player, but he's not as good as that sack total would have, made you think. There's Preston Smith. Not that I really care too much, to be honest, but Clowney, 82 overall. Obviously, the drill. We're going to end up looking at speed because we love our speed, even though edge rushers probably don't matter as much. But Barno, 92 speed, 93 excel. I'm not surprised they gave him this speed because, he is that fast. But I'm a little surprised in the sense that EA usually doesn't completely go off those 40 times. So it's pretty cool to see him get that crazy of a rating. I know he's an edge defender, but any sort of coverage to move him to corner, I'm just kidding. Kyron Johnson, of course, very fast linebacker. What else do we have? Blake Cashman, Noah Dawkins. Obviously, it would be nice if we actually had... do we have the middle linebackers? Maybe they do have the middle linebackers, and I'm just... it's kind of weird. You might as well just slap all the linebackers in there, right? They do. I'm an idiot. Damn it. Of course... Fred Warner, 94 overall. Demario Davis, 93. So, the middle linebackers are actually kind of lowly rated. Where is Bobby? 91. What about my boy? Excuse me. Campbell. Ooh, 87. Okay. Devondre Campbell, 87 overall. I like to see it. He was, I think, an 85 last year. The weird thing about that was, though, that he dropped in Dev. And I know you guys probably remember because I mention all the time, whenever he's involved, I always bump him to star at least because it's weird that he starts Madden with star, goes off for the Packers, one of the better, free agent signings in recent history, really. It was like a veteran minimum deal, and he played like a freaking all-pro. But, he goes up to 85 overall, and he drops Dev. I don't know if they meant to put him to superstar and they accidentally dropped him. Devin White, 85 overall. The verdict's still kind of I wouldn't say out for him, but it just seems he's a little inconsistent. I don't know, but he's obviously a freak. Now, with that, we're obviously going to have to look at speed, right? It's of course, I could probably put the link to this list in the description, and you guys can go check these out yourself. It's really kind of we know a lot of the ratings, but it is still kind of interesting. Some of these guys, Troy Anderson, dude. Look at the speed. 92 speed, 95 excel. He's kind of technically faster than Isaiah, but what about change of direction? That's the one that kind of matters. COD 85. And, wow. Anderson's a beast. We knew he'd be fast, but wow. Pretty good, dude. Channing Tindall, of course, a freak as well. Christian Harris is a freak. It's crazy how, common it seems nowadays these speedly linebackers are. It's just so insane. Like, when Devin White and Devin Bush were in the draft, it's like, whoa! It's like, now it's an average thing. Nakobe Dean, of course. What overall is he? Oh, god dang it. It's not going to show because I put it by speed. Sam Williams. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let's look at like some of the rookie linebackers. Well, I wouldn't even say rookie because we already looked at like pretty much all of them. But I am curious to see Kway. Let's see what they think of Kway Walker. He's 73 overall now. Okay, so they actually do think he's pretty good, which, I mean, they should. A lot of people were kind of clowning the Packers, which I get it for the positional need, but, you know, I think people are giving Chris Barnes too much credit, I'm going to be honest with you, so I don't hate that. It's just weird that the 1 year Green Bay goes for like a, you know, an actual like inside linebacker. It's like the 1 year where it's like, they're not that bad off with it. You kind of have Devondre already. You paid him. All the other years, we have like literal 70 overalls at middle linebacker, and they're like, good linebacker on the board? Screw that. Nope, not doing it. But Kway Walker, interesting. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'd like to see. Suppose I didn't look at any of the like true high overalls. We kind of just didn't get to them. But Aiden Hutchinson, 81 speed, 89 excel. What is like the power move and all that stuff? Where are they? So, yeah, I mean, pretty tame, to be honest. You know, like, as far as, like, unless he's, like, an X Factor, which, like, he definitely will be at least superstar, I don't think he's even going to be close to the best pass rusher because of that speed. Now, before we do Trayvon Walker, I'm guessing 74 overall. Okay, he's pretty damn good. Yeah, he's by far better than Aiden. Unless he's, like, star dev and Aiden's, like, literally an X Factor, like we said. He's by far better with that block shed. Of course, power and finesse is a little worse, but that's a very high overall. And he's obviously super athletic, as we all would know. Jermaine Johnson, 74 overall. It's 85 speed. Pretty decent looking. What about his like actual... You know, not great. Not terrible, though. Let's go with Loftus now. 80 speed, 86 excel. Kind of reminded me of like Jared Allen here. What else? Where's this thingy? Yeah, I mean, he's, as far as pure pass rushing goes, I know his dev's going to be lower, but he's literally like the exact same as Aiden Hutchinson. I wonder if Devonte Wyatt will be on this list. He is 73 overall, right end. Very athletic, as you would have expected. 90 excel is kind of busted, though. If he's not 80 power move or higher, I'm going to be kind of mad. Or not power move, finesse move is what I meant to say, but this is wrong. This is just, like, undoubtedly wrong. Like, they're going to have Jordan Davis a higher pass rusher than Devonte Wyatt, which is just so dumb. It's going to be so dumb. He's going to be, like, 75 power move, and, like, if he's anywhere higher than, like, 80 block shed, it's going to be crazy. But why would he be a better pass rusher than Devonte? But it's pretty much clear cut. I mean, 73 is just awful. What is that? Did they mean to switch these? Did they mean for his block shed to be 73 and 78 finesse? Hello? Excuse me? Did they not watch him play? I don't even know, dude. But I don't really think there's much more that I want to specifically look at. Obviously, I'll probably have some video maybe Saturday, because I think the full ratings release on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'll end up having some video probably where, it's like top 10 sleepers, top 10 speed, whatever, So, obviously that's kind of the stuff I'll probably be looking at behind the scenes. But as far as uploading goes, that's really all I wanted to show. If you guys are interested in looking at any of this, I should have the link to this in the description. I think as of right now, it's wide receiver, tight end, left end, right end, left out, middle linebacker, and right outs. Just in case I'm a dum-dum, I'll also check DT. But I'm pretty sure they said, maybe they did say DT, actually. I look like such a dummy. Like, just like, it's like Christmas. It's like it keeps adding on. It's like, what up, dude? Yeah, actually, where the hell is Aaron Donald? Do they have him listed as like a pure DT at this point? Because DTs are not on the list right now. Interesting. Yeah, so what does it say? D-line. Do they mean DT? Because they have DNs, which, I mean, is like the majority of the D-line is already out, right? So Okay, sure. But running backs, I would say if I'm going to do another video, unless you guys really want to see every single day, it'll probably be cornerbacks and D-line, and then I'll obviously do the quarterbacks one because it's probably going to be some controversy. Somehow Rodgers is going to be the number 3 again, which is, I'll allow Tom Brady to be higher because, like I said, even as a Packers fan, I felt like he was very close, and you can maybe give the nod to Tom Brady for the MVP, but he should at this point be at least the 2nd highest rated quarterback. He won back-to-back MVPs. He's been great. Come on. Come on. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. It probably was because it's 2 days worth in one video. If you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more of these, like seriously, leave a like. Normally it's like, it's nice to get the likes or the algorithm, but this will at least let me know you guys want to see this, or I can stop wasting my time on this and, work on other stuff. But, maybe subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays. And that is about it. Thanks for watching. Another video will be later out today, maybe like 2 or 3 hours from now. It'll be week 1 of Nighthawks franchise. And yeah, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. Damn allergies.